Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Associated Press and Channel 58 WDJT out of Milwaukee. Wisconsin Supreme Court sides with fired Marquette conservative professor. Now this was published on June 6th, and basically this is a win for freedom because cultural Marxists have infiltrated education to the point where if you're a conservative professor, oh, fuck you, you're out. And the court, Wisconsin Supreme Court said, no, don't work like that. And what gets me is the school that they actually took over, it should never have happened at this particular university, Marquette here. And we'll get into that in a second. But this is the professor here. Okay, I wanted to show this video, but for whatever reason, it's not loading now. So I just figured I'm just going to do the article itself and deal with not being able to do the clip here from the news story first. The Wisconsin Supreme Court says that Marquette University shouldn't have fired a conservative professor over his blog post criticizing a student instructor he believed shut down discussion about opposition to gay marriage. Right. He had a right to do that. He had a fucking right to do it, especially in a learning institution, because the whole point of college, the whole point of a university, the whole point of higher learning, okay, is to debate, to have discussion. But yet, the cultural Marxists don't want that, because if you actually have discussion about something, then they aren't going to win on the merit of their ideas. They never have, they never will. That's how it works when it comes to them and their shit. And what gets me is this is being said at a particular type of university, and we're not even up to the type of university yet, which once we are, you're going to go, holy shit, cultural Marxists got in there? The ruling Friday sides with former professor John McAdams. It concludes Marquette breached its contract with him guaranteeing academic freedom. Good. Because they didn't like the fact of his ideas didn't fall in line with the cultural Marxist fucks at the school. The court says McAdams should immediately be reinstated in his same position, his tenured status retained, and give him back pay for the 3 years he missed. If I was the judge, I would have also said that his contract did not have any time lapse during those 3 years, and that his contract should be extended to make up for that fact, because to me that would be, the back pay would be punitive damages, and he'd get to go back and collect the remainder of his contract that he didn't get to work on, that he didn't get to work on the note of, like, being in compliance with, because I wouldn't let him. Now here's where it gets good. McAdams sued the private Catholic school in 2016, arguing that he lost his job for exercising freedom of speech. Now this is where you people probably should be going, what the fuck? We're talking about a private Catholic school. Catholics, relatively conservative. Okay, one of those things in Catholic belief, gay marriage is wrong. So having a debate in a Catholic school, okay, a Catholic university, about whether or not gay marriage, okay, is right or wrong, or about opposition to, okay, that should be the norm there. Hell, I'm surprised they weren't sued for saying that, oh, we couldn't talk about gay stuff. So, yeah, that's violating our free speech. It's the other way around, which goes to show you how bad the cultural Marxists are. They infiltrated a Catholic school and literally turned it against the doctrine and beliefs that are behind the basis of it being a Catholic university. Go figure. Marquette says McAdams wasn't fired for the content of his 2014 post, but because he named the instructor and linked to her personal website that had personal identifying information. The instructor later received a flood of hateful messages and threats. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Okay, because these days, to the left, criticism is hateful messages and threats. Okay, I'm sure the threats were the extent of, I'm going to make sure you get fired. I don't think there was probably any physical threats. I mean, this is complete and total fucking bullshit. And you know what? He had a right to do it. Fuck you. It wasn't doxing. It was... Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Yet, the precious little snowflakes that have taken over the Catholic college said he was in the wrong. The ruling has been eagerly awaited by conservatives who see universities as liberal havens and by private businesses that want control over employee discipline. More so conservatives, but all right. After the ruling, John McAdams said, "It will pretty much be the way it was, with the same students who were pretty good students and some administrators who don't like me much, but they didn't like me much before they tried to fire me." Yeah. So, they're just going to be bigger assholes, and they're going to look for any fucking reason to try to fire him now. McAdams said he is not sure when he will return to school because most of the fall semester is already set. Marquette University released a statement saying, in part, "This case has never been about academic freedom or professors' political views. Had the professor published the same blog without the student teacher's name or contact information, he would not have been disciplined." Bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. He would have still been fucking disciplined. You are lying sacks of fucking shit. I know it. You know it. Most of the people who are going to watch this video know it. So why are you lying? Oh, that's right, because you think that people are going to buy it. We don't. The statement goes on to say that the student left the university... Bullshit. The statement goes on to say the student left the university fearing for her safety and that it was clear to Marquette that McAdams' behavior crossed the line. Marquette said they will now with faculty try to re-examine its policies with the goal of providing every assurance possible that this never happens again. So, this poor little bitch gets... Alright, now his blog's being read by students, more likely than not. So, her fellow peers and those that she's instructing call her out for her shit, and she runs with her tail between her legs, and that's his fault? No, that's not how it works. At Marquette University, we are proud that we have taken a stand for our students, our values, our Catholic Jesuit mission. You literally lead off with a statement like this when you are defending a chick that said gay marriage is not up for debate. You're not Catholic or Jesuit when you do that. So this is just fucking lip service to the fact of being a Catholic university. Marquette will comply with the terms of this decision, and it does not change the university's commitment to the safety and well-being of our students. Well, she was working as a fucking teacher. She was a student teacher, okay? So, fuck you. You can't portray this like big bad professor upset a little student. She was part of academia. She was instructing students. She was teaching them. She said to them that something was not up for discussion. She got called out for it. She isn't a victim. This is inherent in our mission as a Catholic and Jesuit university. So, wouldn't having discussion on gay marriage, especially with the fact of being a Catholic Jesuit university, so that people could say, hey, you know, I'm a Catholic, that's why I came here, I'm against gay marriage, and then get into it with her in a discussion? Oh, wait, that's right. You're not really, truly a Catholic Jesuit university. This case has always been about Associate Professor John McAdams' conduct towards a student teacher. Bullshit. This is about cultural Marxism and a professor standing up to your bullshit and not fucking just bowing down to it and keeping his mouth shut. The professor used his personal blog to mock a student teacher, intentionally exposing her name and contact information to a hostile audience that sent her vile and threatening messages. Calling her out for her shit, which I'm sure the overwhelming majority of it is vile and threatening messages? Bullshit. Fearing for her safety, the former student teacher left the university, a significant setback to her academic career and personal well-being. So what? She doesn't feel safe on a gun-free campus? Are you admitting that? Are you actually admitting that gun-free campuses are where people can't feel safe? Oh my God, I think you are, just unintentionally. But she has no fear for her safety because, as I'm sure, most of the stuff that she was getting was criticism. But see, the left cannot distinguish criticism. And I love how they're still trying to portray this like this is still his fault. Even though the court says that he did nothing wrong, they're still trying to portray it like he did something wrong. But yet we're going to take him back even though he did because we were told we have to. You were told he didn't do anything wrong. Now shut the fuck up and quit trying to portray him as some fucking shitbag. To us, it was always clear that the professor's behavior crossed the line. Bullshit. This was affirmed by a 7-member panel of professors' peers and by a Wisconsin Circuit Court judge. Yeah. So, wait a minute. 7 of his peers, how many of them were cultural Marxists? Could it have been 7? I'm going to bet. Damn close to it. And I love this. Well, the other court said that we were in the right. Yeah, and their higher court overruled them. But yeah, you're still going to try to play that game. You're fucking sleazy. You really are. However, in light of today's decision, Marquette will work with its faculty to re-examine its policies with the goal of providing every assurance possible that this never happens again. So what? You're going to not go after conservative professors and then lie about why you did? Is that why? The case has never been about academic freedom or a professor's political views. Had the professor published the same blog without the student's teacher's name or contact information, he would not have been disciplined. Marquette has been and always will be committed to academic freedom. Marquette welcomes a wide variety of views and perspectives and is a place where vigorous yet respectful debate happens every day. Bullshit. I love how they say this. You literally had this fucking bitch of a student teacher go, gay marriage is not up for debate. But yet here you are, which he called her out on. And you're trying to say, oh, we're always about respectful debate. We're always about respectful debate happening. Bullshit. Then you wouldn't have fucking canned his ass. I love the hypocritical fucking shit with that. This case has been watched closely by the local and national business community because of its emphasis on private employers' rights to maintain behavioral standards for employees. This had nothing to do with behavioral standards. This had to do with the fact of you fired him because he was a conservative and who doesn't necessarily believe in gay marriage and called out the student teacher that said that was not up for debate in a place where you're claiming people can have a debate. This is why the Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce and National Association of Manufacturers filed briefs in support of our case. As a private employer, Marquette must have the right to set high standards for conduct and ensure that this never happens to another one of its students. As a university, we'll do whatever we can to ensure this decision does not erode that right. So, wait a minute. You fired him on ideology, and you're trying to claim that this is about a totally different situation. No. Fuck you. This isn't about the right to fire someone for behavioral standards. Because what he did was not wrong. The court fucking said that. The higher court that overruled the court that you said already ruled on it. I mean, this is like, well, he's still at fault. The court fucked up. This is whiny bitch fucking shit. Oh my God. This case is also significant to every institution of higher education in the country. The balance of rights and responsibility of tenured faculty members is a tradition that goes back more than a century. Yeah, do you want to know the whole point of providing tenure? Is so professors can say things that can trigger fucking precious little snowflakes like this student teacher, all right, that go along the lines of reals over feels and keep their job. That's the whole point of fucking tenure. That's why they created tenure. The concept of it, or at least the concept of it, I should say. You want to get rid of that, which actually a lot of universities have, because they don't want the ability of having, professors say what's on their mind and not have threat of their job being held over their head. By discarding a contractually established disciplinary process when a professor crosses the line, this decision may significantly harm institutions' abilities to establish and enforce standards of conduct. This is why the Association of Jesuit Colleges and Universities and the Wisconsin Association of Independent Colleges and Universities filed briefs in support of our case. Well, no, the Jesuit Colleges one, Jesuit Colleges and University, sided with you because it wasn't to do with that. It was because of the fact of your Jesuit Catholic school. That's why. That's why it backed you. Okay? The Wisconsin Association of Independent Colleges and University, the reason why they did it was because they're filled with cultural Marxists and they don't like the idea that they can't just fire someone for their fucking beliefs or fucking wrong speak or anything like that. That's what fucking pissed them off. Academic freedom must include responsibility. Okay, what about the responsibility of the fucking student teacher? See, you talk about responsibility. The student teacher said something was not up for debate in a Catholic fucking university, and someone said that gay marriage was not up for debate in a Catholic university. Someone tried to have a discussion with her on it in a Catholic university, which Catholics are against gay marriage because it's more than a civil contract to Catholics. It's a religious one. And she goes and shuts them down. So the professor turns around and goes, hey, this student teaches a fucking piece of work, and talks about her, naming her, which we're talking in academic circles, students. She gets constructive criticism, and she whines and spurgs out like a little bitch and says, my safety, my safety, my safety. And she doesn't have to take any responsibility for her fucking actions as a student teacher, saying in academia when everything's up, everything should be up for debate, saying that's not up for debate because she's a cultural Marxist. She should take responsibility for those actions. Yet you don't think that she should. This is disgusting. Unfortunately, Marquette can't undo the significant harm that he caused to the former student teacher's academic career. No! She fucking caused it! Holy fucking shit! Her actions, her response to her actions are on her. She fucked her own academic career. That's not on him. For you to try to put that on him is vile and disgusting. She made her bed. She should fucking lie in it. But you're like, well, he called her out for her shit. He should be burning in fucking hell. Well, wait a minute. You're Marxist. You don't believe in hell. You don't believe in heaven. You don't believe in hell. You don't believe in religion. Yet you're in a fucking Catholic university. Go figure. We must, however, ensure that this doesn't happen to another student. Marquette will continue to uphold its values and protect its students. She wasn't a student. She was a fucking teacher at that point. Because if she's physically in the class teaching, she's a teacher. You can't hide her behind the fucking, the label of student at that point. Okay? She's teaching a class. She's part of academia. She's open for criticism. He has a right to call her out for her shit and criticize what she's doing. It's not like he just picked a student out of the blue and went and said, I'm going to fucking pick on that bitch. No, he rightfully called her out for her fucking shit. Deal with it. I mean, this is fucking hilarious. Basically, this right here is a rehash of everything else in the article. It's like the short version of it, what most people are going to read, and they're going to try to make it, yeah. So, we've pretty much gone through this whole article at that point then. So, I just want to say, this just goes to show the lunacy of the left. They take over a Catholic college, and when a student teacher who's been indoctrinated in the cultural Marxist shit, she's a teacher though, got to make that clear, tells her class that something is not up for discussion, and the class has issue with it, to where another professor finds out about it and calls her out for it. That's on her. That's not on him. That's on her. Because she should be taking responsibility for what she says. But yet, her turning tail because she couldn't handle the criticism for what she said is his fault. He ruined her career. I mean, this just goes to show how fucked up the left is these days. It genuinely and truly does. But anyway, I've covered this well enough, so I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.